Hi, I'm Teacher Jellie, and today we're going to be answering a simple but very powerful question. What makes literature contemporary? And why does it start in 1945? By the end of this lesson, you should be able to Number 1. Explain why 1945 is important. Number 2. Identify common themes. Number 3. Recognize important writers after 1945. But instead of memorizing facts, you know what? We're going on a journey. Welcome to 1945. World War II ends. The world is broken, tired, traumatized. Entire cities destroyed. Millions of lives lost. In August 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Days later, Japan surrendered. The war ended. But something else happened. Writers stopped writing about fairy tale romance. They started writing about fear, power, survival, trauma, because the world had changed and literature changed with it. Writers began warning us. For example, George Orwell's 1984, a world where the government watches you all the time. Big Brother controls everything. Freedom disappears. Scary, right? Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale, a future where women lose their rights. Their bodies are controlled by the state. These stories ask, what happens when power goes too far? After the war, people ask, who am I in this broken world? Toni Morrison's Beloved explores trauma and the painful memory of slavery. The past doesn't disappear, it haunts you. Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart shows colonialism from an African perspective, not from the colonizer, but from the colonized. New voices were finally being heard. That's a big shift. Contemporary literature becomes more diverse. Storytelling also changed. Not everything is linear anymore. Stories jump in time, use flashbacks, multiple perspectives. Sometimes endings are unclear because life feels unclear. Take Haruki Murakami's Kafka on the Shore. Reality blends with dreams. You're not always sure what's real. And that's the point. But wait, what about us? After 1945, the Philippines experienced rebuilding, martial law, migration, diaspora, and our writers responded. Nick Joaquin, The Woman Who Had Two Navels. It's all about identity, colonial history, and cultural confusion. F. Sionel Jose Rosales, Saga talks about social injustice. Lualhati Bautista, Decada 70, talks about martial law and political awakening. The Philippine contemporary literature confronts dictatorship, poverty, migration, identity, and today, spoken word artists, diaspora poets, young writers on Wattpad, stories on TikTok. Yes, that counts too. Today, literature is no longer just in books. Now we have ebooks, social media poetry, spoken word, hypertext fiction. Contemporary literature lives on your screen. So, why 1945? Because the world changed after World War II. Writers questioned power. New voices emerged. Stories became experimental. Technology reshaped literature. And here's something important. Contemporary literature is still being written right now, and we are living inside it. When you write a poem about missing home, when you write a poem about identity, when you post a story online, you are contributing to the literature of your time. So maybe the real question isn't what makes the literature contemporary? Maybe, what will future students say about our stories?
Remember, contemporary literature refers to works written since 1945 that reflect modern issues, new voices, and evolving forms. Can you recall? Let's have a quiz. Number 1. Why is 1945 commonly used as the starting point of contemporary literature? A. It marks the end of colonial rule in most countries. B. It signals the conclusion of World War II and major global change. C. It is when digital publishing first appeared. And letter D. It marks the beginning of modernist literature. The correct answer is letter B. Number 2. Which shift best describes post-1945 literary themes? A. A movement toward idealized romance and heroism. B. A focus on mythological retellings. C. An exploration of power, trauma, and identity. D. A return to purely religious storytelling. The correct answer is letter C. Why do many contemporary texts experiment with structure? A. To imitate classical epic traditions. B. To reflect fragmented modern realities. C. To simplify complex political issues. D. To shorten the reading time. The correct answer is letter B. Which situation best reflects Philippine contemporary literature? A. A medieval legend about enchanted kingdoms. B. A story about class struggle during martial law. C. A purely romantic tale set in ancient Greece. D. A myth explaining natural disasters. The correct answer is letter B. Number 5. A poem posted on social media about migration and identity would be considered contemporary literature because it A. Uses traditional rhyme schemes. B. Is written in English. C. Engages with present-day experiences and platforms. Letter D follows a strict chronological format. The correct answer is letter C. How many did you get? Comment your score.